Welcome back. Today is October 9th, 2021. Hi, my name's Bill, aka Billy Goat. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about the 10th mower that I bought for my business, and that's the 2013 Scag SWZT. I bought this mower used back in 2017. It was at the end of the summer. If you watched my previous video, you also know that I owned a 2012 Toro Grandstand with a 40-inch Turbo Force deck on it. I wasn't real happy with the performance of that mower for the type of yards that I had, and I really needed to replace that mower. And after several weeks of researching and trying to decide what mower would best fit my needs, I came across this mower. I found this mower on a Craigslist ad for $3,100. I thought it was a scam at first. This mower here retails for $6,000. It also came with the two-wheel right Velke, which is a $400 sulky. He included a mulch plate, and he had both the mulching blades and a set of the high lift blades. The photos that were listed with the ad, it looked like the mower was off the showroom floor. He also stated that the mower only had 75 hours on it. I was looking at ads on Craigslist at the time, the belt drive version of these mowers that had the fixed deck. I mean, they were going for $3,000. So I just thought this was, I thought this was a scam. But, I figured, hey, let me check it out. I'll email the guy and I'll see what he says. I emailed him, and, he replied back and apologized and said, hey, it's pending pickup. Apparently, someone wanted it and they were going to be picking it up that Saturday. So I said, oh man, I said, if it was a good deal, whoever's getting this mower was getting an excellent deal. But what happened was that Saturday afternoon, I got an email from this guy saying, hey, the deal didn't work out with the guy who was supposed to pick it up. And if you still want it, you can come look at the mower. So I dropped everything I was doing. My wife and I, we took a road trip to Westminster, which is about 45-minute to an hour ride from where we live. We drove up there, and when I pulled into the driveway, his garage door was open and the mower was sitting there, and it was, I just said, this is it. This is the mower. I just knew it. I knew it once I saw it. I mean, it all was just like, this is perfect. And the guy came out, and we started chit-chatting about the mower and stuff like that. And I asked him, I said, what happened to the guy before me? And he said, he told me that the guy came from Pennsylvania, and he drove 2 hours to pick up this mower. And when he got there, he just offered him $2,500 for it. And he said, no way, I'm not selling it for $2,500. I put it firm for $3,100. The guy, he didn't want to spend another $500-600, and he left. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, come on now. I mean, look at, it's a brand new mower, or practically a brand new mower. But I was the lucky one. I showed up next, and I didn't finagle the price. I was perfectly happy paying him $3,100. Being a weekend, I didn't have cash on me, so I offered him a $100 deposit, to hold it, and I would, pick it up, Monday or Tuesday the following week once I went to the bank. Here it is 4 years later since I purchased this mower. It was, I'll show you a photo when I first brought it home back in September of 2017. and you can notice that today that it's still looking in excellent condition. It's been a phenomenal mower. Like I mentioned before, it had 75 hours on it. Since then, I've put, let me look here on the hour meter. It's showing right now 203 hours, but the hour meter actually went out on me last year. It was around, I put 400 hours on it when the hour meter went up. So if you add the 4 plus the 200 that I've put on it since then, I've put 600 hours on it, and with the original 75. So this mower is only still under 700 hours. So it's still still in really great condition. I could probably sell it still for what I've paid for it, if I ever decided to sell it. But I have no desire of selling this mower. It's been great, great for me. In my opinion, this mower here, with the 36-inch deck, is by far the most universal mower on the planet. At the time, I don't believe that there was any other manufacturer of mowers, including Toro, that offered a 36-inch floating deck with hydro drive that had a single lever height deck adjustment. You can quickly adjust from 1.5 inches to 4.5 inches. So if there is a mower, or was a mower, that has that same capability, please leave that in the comments. Alrighty, moving on to the other features. This mower is equipped with the Kawasaki FS481V, which I believe is the 14.5 horsepower engine. It's a recoil start. It doesn't have the electric start on this mower. It has the, I believe, the 5.5 gallon fuel tank, which is plenty. You can last all day if you're doing quarter acre lots. We have the 18-inch rear wheels with the 9-inch front caster wheels. It's kind of hard, you might not be able to see, but these two fans you see on both sides, it's a hydro. They're the ZT 2800 series transaxles, which is considered high-end residential, but still, I'm only 150 pounds, and this thing has no problem pulling me behind the sulky. Another awesome feature with this mower is that they have the ergonomic handlebar system, which is phenomenal as far as reducing fatigue at the end of the day. It's just so comfortable, with the controls that you can see how far in the when you grab onto the the handlebar there, that it's nowhere near the edge of the mower, so you can go up against when you're on hills, or up against fences and those kind of things. You don't have to worry about, you know, your hands or your arms, you know, scraping, you know, against, you know, anything that's right up against the mower there. With the control panel, everything is easily accessible. You have your choke, your throttle, your on and off switch, your PTO switch, and your lever to, you know, set your desired speed. You can run anywhere between 1 and 7, and it's represented by the miles per hour. So if you were, you know, all the way in 7, you could go forward 7 miles an hour. When you pull back on your levers for reverse, I believe from what I read that it's 3 miles an hour in reverse. So from a operator standpoint, you can easily, you know, access any of those controls with very little effort. You probably noticed this added switch here mounted to the handlebar, and that switch controls my chute blocker. I can easily open it and close and adjust as needed. It's a design that I believe I came up with in 2018. I haven't seen anything on YouTube that's you know, quite like this. And the reason I you know, came up with this idea was the original chute blocker was by Trimmer Trap, and there was a knuckle here that a bar came up, and you would have a bracket. You'd mount a bracket to hold the crank, where you could crank up, you know, your chute. You know, you can adjust it by just, you know, cranking it one way or the other. I believe, you know, if you were a Greg Chisholm fan and watched Geek to Freak, you know, when he was mowing, you know, you always saw him, you know, adjusting his chute, you know, depending on, you know, where he was at, you know, at a particular yard, you know, flower beds or up against fences or whatever. But I didn't like that concept because, you know, when you let go of this control here, your lever will go forward and the mower turns. And that would be very difficult. It was just a nuisance to keep stopping or trying to, you know, quickly adjust the chute. I just wanted something on the fly where I could just easily open and close the chute as I desired. So, you know, like you say, I won't get into the details of how I designed it. Once I complete my series of mowers, I got another 4 mowers to go, and all my finished mowers have this type of design chute blockers, even my push mowers. So once I get done, I'll make a video of, you know, this you know, contraption that I've come up with, that I believe I haven't seen anything on YouTube that has this type of setup, and I'll explain in more detail in future videos. I pretty much run with this setup, with this you know, chute blocker plate. It's what I would call a 2-in-1. I have the option of you know, running with the chute open, you know, controlling the discharge, or I can, you know, completely close and block, you know, from the clippings coming out and put it into mulching mode. I know that it's not a true mulching system because it doesn't have the baffles, you know, in the deck. But, you know, for the most part, if you're not doing, thick or wet grass. If you close it all the way, it does do a fairly good job. But with that said, all my mowers that I have now have to have the capability of bagging also. So is what they would typically call a 3-in-1 mower. Be able to discharge, mulch, or bag. So I kind of expanded on this design of the chute to put a bagger on. And if you notice here that you just can't easily put a bagging system on this, so what I did was modified my bagger. I'm not a fan of the cages on the side of mowers. One, they are a little bit bulky to use. I wanted a fabric grass catcher, so I bought the original grass catcher that's designed from Scag for this mower. So I took that bagging system and mounted it onto this mower, but I still wanted that 3-in-1 capability. So what I'll do is I'll switch. I'll show you how quick it only takes a minute to switch and put the bagger on here, and I'll do that. So hang on here a second, and I'll record how quick I can do that. All right, I'll show you how quickly I can switch from a 2-in-1, from a discharge to a mulch mode to a 3-in-1, where I can have a bagging capability. It's very easy. There's this cable here. You just pop the flexible cable off. There's two 1/2-inch bolts that hold the trimmer trap bracket hinge. So you just take those bolts out and it just quickly pops off, and I can install the bagging system, the Scag bagger plate, and you just put those two bolts back in, same spot, and tighten those up. And put the cable back in. And now this mower is a 3-in-1 mower. I can easily use it as a discharge like before. I can block the chute in mulch mode, and if I wanted to bag, I just open the chute all the way, put the bagger on there, and now I can bag. So there you go. Pretty easy to be able to switch if I want to go into bagging mode. I can do that real easy. I guess I'll end this video. If anybody has any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them, or even make another video if need be. I'll look through some of my video footage. Maybe at the end I'll add in some action footage on this mower. But until then, next video is my 11th mower. So I got 4 more to go. So hopefully I can knock those out here in the near future, and we can get on and talk about other things. So we'll catch you in the next video.